Hello Darts Nutz, welcome to Darts Review channel. In this video I'm checking out a new dart from Shot's new Gnarly range, and these are the Shredda, and these are made for people who like a lot of grip on the barrels. So let's check them out. I'm reviewing the 23 gram version, the 90% tungsten. They're also available in 24, 26, 28 and 30 gram in steel tip, 20 gram in soft tip, and retail for £89.95. So again, it comes in the Shot cardboard slim packaging, and once again there's some very interesting artwork on the box there. Very spiky looking. I'm not sure what it's meant to be, just some kind of abstract design. And inside you got the foam insert holding everything in place, and the darts come fitted with the koi carbon tweeny stems, and you've got the small standard 100 micron flights again with that rather nice bit of artwork on. Dart's fit with a black quarter point. It's a straight barrel dart. You've got a tapered nose, and once again you've got a mix of various types of ring and groove grip with all kinds of like notches cut through, and a deep black titanium coating on. But as you can see, that front section there, it's got them quite pronounced rings, and that is very grippy. Kind of reminds me of the grip that was on the, was it the Protect 1 darts that I reviewed before? It's got a similar feel to that. But if you're only holding it like I always say, it probably doesn't feel too bad. It's only when you get a little bit of pressure on it and then you feel like all the edges kind of almost sticking. So it will depend on how you release the dart, but it will definitely be too grippy for some. But if you like a lot of grip, and that was the reason of these darts, then you'll be happy with that. And I don't know if it's got a slight scallop. I think it's just those wide bands there that go kind of like a curved section, which kind of gives you an impression that's a scallop, but I don't think it is actually. And then that race section again, it's made of very wide spaced ring and groove with some little notches cut through. I think the front may be slightly more grippy, but that rear part is still very grippy. So again, it's a grippy dart, pretty much the full length there. And there's the koi carbon tweeny stems and the colourful kind of abstract art, spiky flights. So you've got a taped nose, which has got these kind of angled ring and grooves again with lateral notches cut through, and then this wide band again with more of the lateral notches, but slightly kind of a curved front to it. And then the front part of the barrel is made of this very widely spaced thin ring grip, but then it's got these kind of curved knife edge style wavy grooves in between, and again the lateral cuts. So I think you're getting just a lot of grippiness just from the fact that them rings are quite widely spaced, but with the little extras with the lateral cuts and that, it just adds a little bit more. And another one of them bands, kind of like a curved angled cut. And then on the rear part, it's these thin angled ring and groove sections with fairly wide curved grooves, and again with the lateral cuts running through it, so just adding a bit more grippiness from that. And then just a really small smooth part on the very end of the barrel. So there you go, that's the super close look at the Shot Gnarly Shredda darts. That's fitted with a black coated 29mm point. You've got a tapered nose, which is made up of some thin ring and groove and lateral cuts, that's 5mm, and then you've got those two bands either side, which are kind of like curved notched bands, and then in the middle you've got that very wide ring grip with the lateral cuts running through it, 21.5mm for all that, and then the rear section is made up of the thin rings and quite widely spaced deep curved grooves, and again including a little bit on the end. That's 23.5mm, length 50mm, wide is 7.1mm. 23.09 grams. 23.08 grams. And 23.08, so nearly perfect. Full setup, 24.97 grams. Here's the balance with nothing attached and with the supplied setup, and this is the balance with medium in between short nylon stems and standard flights. Oh, I was so tempted to say 10, but just not quite sure. Maybe not, but definitely 9.5, maybe too much for some still. Let's give them a throw and see how they go. Oh, that went alright, that. I have a feeling these may be a little bit grippier than the Ripper ones that I just reviewed though. That grip does feel very familiar, like the was it the Protec ones like I mentioned earlier. So I don't know, I think it is more grippy than the others though. So definitely too grippy for some, I would say, but it's not flying too bad through the air. I think the Rippers were flying a little bit smoother, but that might be because they're front weighted and I'm a front gripper. But these are not too bad. Oh, another treble. I'm going to get my eyes tested. Eyes are getting blurry. Be careful when you pull it out the board as well. I'll have another go with the front grip. Yeah, quite like them now. I'm starting to get used to them a bit. One more try with the front. Yeah, it's got a slightly spiky feel to the grip though. But again, it's a nice positive feeling grip, so there's no way it's going to slip out your fingers. But it will be too grippy for some, so but that I think is definitely grippier, and it may well be a 10 out of 10 for that one. Something stuck on the point there. Don't know what that is. So I'll try the mid section now. I think it's around where that band is, but I think you're still going to be on quite a lot of the grip on the rear part. Went a bit flattish. Not too bad on that one. Second throw there, hit my elbow a bit. Another try from the middle. It's actually gone quite smooth there. Yeah, it will be fine for mid grippers, I think. I mean, that ring there, it's not a problem. It's not like a DSS. It's still got plenty of grip on it, but I think mostly you'll be getting the grip from the rear section there, and it doesn't feel too bad at all, the balance. So I think this rear grip is kind of similar to what the rear grip on the Rippers were, but it's a little bit wider spaced and it's got the extra rings, but the other one had like double rings, whereas this is all made of thin rings. So I'll just see how that feels on the rear grip. Yeah, I got to travel again. That's actually flying not bad at all for me, so I think the grip is certainly helping me get a nice purchase onto the dart and a positive throw with it. But yeah, it will definitely be fine whether you're a front mid or rear gripper, but it's like a straight barrel in any case, so that is often the case. And it's really one for people that like a good amount of grip, or a lot of grip basically. But as long as you're holding it light, and you may take a while to get the hang of like releasing it, but it released okay for me there. It didn't stick in my fingers or anything, so that's quite impressive, and they're actually quite enjoyable to throw. So there you go, that's the Shot Gnarly Shredda darts. I'll leave you with the gallery so you can have a better look at them, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy darting.